Cool. Um, yeah, so last session we picked up as Z dropped concentration on the banishment they had previously cast on the last of the Garbanoids you were encountering. You all had some prepared actions, let those off. There was a mixture of hits and misses, but quite a heavy amount of damage done to this Garbanoid, but not quite enough to defeat it. And it was next up in initiative, and on its turn cast the spell Plane Shift and disappeared from the scene. You encountered some guards who arrived shortly after that, and you eventually had a less than friendly encounter with them, I guess. Your party eventually deciding that you were going to head to this dinner party at where you've been invited by Arinda Featherstone, the owner of the record. Show your faces there, socialise, eat, and then you were going to head back to this same location. Obviously, there have been 3 Garbanoids seen at the same spot, so you were curious whether the remaining unfound guards, suspected other Garbanoids, may also come to that spot or return there, perhaps. So yeah, you made your way over to one of the more upper class areas of the city. Elwyn, upon finding that Joanne wouldn't be Pepper, sorry, Joanne, that's long dead. Sorry. Upon realizing that Pepper would not be allowed to enter the party itself, Elwyn elected to wait outside. The rest of you headed in and made some acquaintances. Spent a bit of time talking to a few people in the party before eventually being led into the actual dinner itself. This party was not a private party that maybe you possibly expected. Instead, it seemed like quite a large social gathering. You spoke to some people on your table, in particular some people speaking their dislike or dissatisfaction with the way Viserys Sundergrash is currently leading the city in her role as mayor. You also got to meet Arinda Featherstone, your previously unmet employer. She seemed didn't have a lot of time, but was curious to get a better understanding on what it is you've been doing for the record. To understand what had happened. She was aware that a member of your group in Leokin had recently passed away maybe not directly in the line of duty of working for the record, but still as part of your group and the work you were undertaking together. Excuse me. Yeah. I believe. Z, did you seek? I think you sought her out again before leaving, didn't you? As well
Yeah. Apologise for the disruption.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you all managed to make a little bit of a scene when.
Oh, Carl's fault.
Carl's not here, so yes, absolutely Carl's fault. There was a little bit of a altercation with another guest. So yeah, Z apologised to Arinda for that, for the social upset of that situation. Yeah, and Arinda asked if she would be if in future, whereas previously any contact would have has gone through your work with the record. If she had any need to contact you in future, if she could speak to you directly, I guess, as a group. Yeah, that was agreed upon. You then returned back to where you previously fought those Garbanoids. Word reached you. One of the guards basically revealed to you that there'd been somebody had basically been Ludovic Sursk, the remaining member of the guards you hadn't, or at least you believe you hadn't tracked down, had been seen at the record, not the record, sorry, the archives. So you dashed over there, found the archives themselves were open. No sign of Murdry. You headed down into the lower levels where you've been previously, and right the way down at the bottom in that room with that large brass ring, you found two Garbanoids perched over Murdry as Murdry was screaming out in pain. As you entered, we rolled for initiative, and unfortunately, they plane shifted out before you were able to act in any way. And that was where we left things. Just bear with me one very quick moment. I also think we may have a fiddle.
Yep. Hello, everybody.
Figment of your imagination. See? He's gone.
Yep, indeed. Disappeared like a ninja.
Weird. It's like I can hear his voice still. We do dearly miss him.
And now I know you're lying. Over there. Oh.
God, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm having... What on earth is going on here? Right, that seems a little better.
Secret floor.
Yeah, so we pick up with your party having burst into the room. These Garbanoids have plane shifted and left in front of your eyes, and you're left with Murdry laying on the ground, a wound on his shoulder you can see, and screaming aloud.
I believe I'm not in the room.
You hung back, didn't you? You did, yes.
And I rolled the highest initiative, and obviously I was too far away to do anything.
Indeed. Oh yeah, I think you were the only ones that actually rolled higher than the Garbanoids, yeah. That does ring a bell.
Well, I guess rush over to Murdry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely run over. Actually, no. I try and stop Carl from rushing straight towards Murdry if I can. Just kind of, hold a sec. If he doesn't stop, he doesn't stop. But
I will
that's
stop.
the thing now, by the way. I don't know who's pinging, but
That's me.
Yeah, holding left click, it does actual pins in Foundry now. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Amazing.
Now everyone's pinging.
Yeah, everyone's gonna ping everything. No, I just want to before we step because Murdry's in the middle of the circle, isn't he?
He is currently, yes.
Just literally 5 second. Is this thing doing something? Is this circle doing something?
You can.
Do I get any magic aura from it if I put my hand near it? Okay.
I'll while he's doing that, as he's maybe think of it, I will actually detect magic or whatever it is I'll do.
I appreciate you.
Magic sense, I think it is.
There is a
magic awareness. Yeah.
There is a slight there's a very slight but fading sense of magic just to the sides of Murdry where those Garbanoids just stood previously, but that's fading pretty quickly even as you pick up on it.
Okay.
Z, no magic coming from the ring that you can sense. Taking a quick sort of look around, you don't see anything out of the ordinary. No.
It's cool. I dash into the ring then. I go, yeah, it's fine, it's fine. And shout up the stairs for Elwyn. Shout, yeah, come help, come help.
And Murdry throughout this, he's laying flat on his back. He's clutching at his face and his body, writhing in pain. He just screams out. There's no sort of sense coming from him. He's just howls of pain.
Is there blood on any of his wounds?
There's a wound on his shoulder, you can see. But beyond that, no. He looks, he said it doesn't look like he's in no danger of like bleeding out in the short term or anything like that.
We'll attempt.
Yeah,
I look over him, like do like a medicine check to see if I know if he's got an injury or if it's a mental injury.
You can make an assessment on that.
This is why I shouted, because you're supposedly good at this.
Not bad. You sort of begin to take a bit of time to make an assessment on his situation, Elwyn. You can see the shoulder. It appears there's it's not even like a stab. He's clearly had there's like a long graze and a bit of a wound across his shoulder, but he's not been stabbed or anything. It looks like it's more just sort of some kind of like blunt force that's been applied to it that's maybe just done some damage there. Other than that, from what you can see, he's writhing around even as you sort of pull at some of his limbs, trying to inspect him and calm him down and sort of assess the situation. You can't really find any other signs of injury or anything like that particularly, but the whole time, even as you're sort of inspecting him, he writhes in pain and he screams out.
And I just try a basic cure wounds on him.
Yeah, definitely.
There's no one to actually cast it on.
Oh yeah, it'll make you choose a target, won't it? Yeah. Cast it on Z. That's fine. Z's on full health, right?
Sure.
Sure.
I'll cast it myself because he's too far away.
That's also cool.
And I'm too lazy to move myself.
That's fine.
Oh, he's moved to himself.
I can do that.
That's not even working.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've clicked it 3 times and no spells rolled.
Yeah, you're right. It does absolutely nothing, does it? Interesting.
Oh, found a bug.
Indeed.
I cast Fireball.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll just deduct a spell slot from you, Owen. Do you want to roll 1d8 for me? Nice. Your wisdom, aren't you? So it's that +3. Yeah, you cast it on him. You see that injury to the shoulder. You can see that it kind of soothes a little, and it seems to sort of stabilize the flow of the blood. But he still just continues screaming out in pain. Doesn't seem to be any change to his whatever's causing this immediate pain.
We need to get him to more of an expert.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Unfortunately, I don't think we should leave this area unguarded.
No, I don't think we should either.
Well, I don't think people should be going on their own through the archives. I'll carrying him out. Does anyone want to volunteer to stay and watch this place?
Stay. I don't mind.
I'll stay with Z.
How strong are you, Warforged?
Warforged is nearly dead, right?
No. Oh, yeah. Actually, no. That's a good reason. No, physically strong, strength-wise.
Not very strong.
Okay.
Strength is my worst stat.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, -1 strength gang.
Hang on, whoa. I've just noticed you only have one member in your party that's higher than 8 strength.
Yeah, weak gang.
How
yeah.
have I never
Yeah,
noticed this before?
I miss Learkin. I'll pick up. What's his face? Is he struggling or just screaming?
Yeah, he's sort of writhing in pain. Something is clearly upsetting.
Is Sam breaking up for anybody else?
With-
Just me.
Just you.
No,
so-
I'll just assuming I can carry him.
Can I do a level 2 healing spot on Pepper? And do you want to take Pepper with you, Carl?
She can come with us.
She's got 12 strength, so she can probably help carry him up the stairs.
Stronger than the rest of us.
I think arms would be more useful, but yes.
I don't know if you can flop him over Pepper.
I just carry him over my shoulder,
Alright.
or indeed in my arms. But yeah, so if Warforged comes with me because he's not well, although where he's going to get healed, I don't know.
I've got healing spots, but I've only got 2 spells left.
Warforged looks like he's going to fall apart.
I'm not going to fall apart.
He's alright. He ran away from my healing earlier.
Okay, well in that case, let's just. So I reckon me and Warforged take him up, at least up to the top, and then maybe rush out and get some guards. You guys keep an eye here, but get ready to run.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll pick him up.
What's going on, by the way? Sorry, I've missed like the last 5 minutes. I don't know if you heard me try to talk, but I think I had no internet.
I heard you say, "Is Sam breaking up for everyone else?" And I said, "No."
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, well, I didn't hear any of that. I
makes
just
sense.
so I missed what's happened.
We're party splitting.
Yeah, I'm splitting the party.
Okay, is that a good idea?
Yeah, always.
Okay.
Murdering.
Where is one?
Murdery is injured and in pain, it would appear, and needs some sort of medical attention that we can't give him. But Elwyn and Z feel that we should keep an eye on this thing.
The ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was suggesting that me and Warforged go at least carry him up to the top, as I'm stronger than any other 2 members of the party, apparently.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, I mean, I'm actually 1 off. I'm 15 strength, but yeah, apparently the rest of you are all weedy.
I don't know what I have because I can't get my character sheet to load because
8.
probably not very much. Yeah.
Pretty sure all of us have 8 strength.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I'll take him up with Warforged to open the doors, and you guys keep an eye on this, and we'll be back in a few hours, probably.
5 hours. Okay.
Well, I'm not imagining. I mean, it's going to take us. How long is it going to take us to get up the stairs? Do you think, Sam? An hour?
Oh yeah.
At a real rush.
But no,
Best
yeah,
part,
not yeah.
30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I'm thinking. You know, I'm 50 odd. I'm not sure I can rush all the way up the stairs carrying someone. So.
It's not a quick journey, no.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be at least a couple of hours. I can't see what the time is because that little pop-up box with a little picture of me in is right over where the date and time is on the Foundry thing. What time is it?
For a picture of you in.
Yeah, there's a
10,
little
11 p.m.
above the players. So on the left-hand bottom corner, you've got the players list
Yeah.
on the screen. Above that is the date and time. Appearing on top of that is a little icon. It's got my picture, it's got my armor class and my passive perception.
You can click and drag that around.
I-
You can click and drag that around. Mine is currently down by my.
I
fast
found it. Yes, I
action
can. If I
bar.
click in the right place, where I was clicking, I couldn't drag it. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock now. So, yeah, we're not going to be back before time in the morning, and 1 or 2 in the morning at the earliest.
If you get any guards, send them down here as well,
That's
or get to the mayor.
Well, I think they should send some guards down to guard this place, but
Yeah.
the fact that they haven't so far is pretty poor.
Bad leadership.
Mm.
Maybe get a message out to the mayor. It was already discussed. I'm not sure.
Yeah, once we find a guard, I mean, my intention is to find a guard and Get them to go and get people. Yeah,
Just tell her the ring is breached.
We'll
Or maybe lock the doors behind you as well.
lock the
No.
door behind us. Yeah.
Do not lock the doors behind you.
Yeah, that sounds like not a good idea. Please don't do
What
that.
about the
I
outside
think
door?
that sounds fine.
If you lock the door, I am coming with you.
Well, we've got the big doors at the top of the cells.
Please don't
won't-
lock the doors.
we
I
won't
don't
lock
want to be
them.
locked down here.
I'm
No,
worried
I
about
mean
someone
like the
else
door to
looking
the
at them.
building upstairs. We probably never
Oh,
locked
the
it
top.
when we come in.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get out of the building. I realistically think we'll get to the top, and there's not a guard there. Then we'll go out in the street and find a guard. We're not going to. I don't think we're going to take him all the way to hospital. So I'm not really expecting us to leave the building.
Just get him out of here.
It's just getting out of here first and get up the stairs and then see what's going on.
Cool.
You coming, Warforged?
Yeah.
Cool.
We still got sending zones, yeah. So anyone that's in trouble, you can automatically message. Make sure we've not got one each.
I gave.
Yeah, I've got one.
You've got one,
Elwyn
and
and Eleanor possibly.
I think Eleanor. Yeah.
Alright, I'll send one to Carl.
Okay. Have we used them this 24 hours?
I don't know. I'm sure Elwyn has no idea.
I used them last when we were at the pub, which I believe was actually only this afternoon.
Yeah,
yes.
I think we've already used them
We have
today.
used them. I'll take it anyway. Oh, Sam, I can't pop my character sheet out of the Foundry window either.
Yes. Hang on. That is a module I forgot to turn back on. In fact, I haven't reinstalled it, so.
Well, don't worry at the moment. That's fine.
Sort it for next session. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right, we'll head up.
Cool. Yeah. You, the two of you start heading up. What the rest of you doing? You're just.
We're guarding this one. I'm guessing we're also looking at the stairs and the bottom two of us are in this room with the ring.
I ritual cast detect magic, and then as soon as it's up, start ritual casting detect magic again every 10 minutes for the next however long, so that I just always have detect magic up.
As he's in there, I'm at the door looking up the stairs with my bow out, ready to shoot anyone that walks down the stairs.
Okay, that's fair.
I've drawn towards the ring, and I say to Alvin that he's facing the wrong way. Of my direction.
I am still going to be looking. I'm saying in case there's any of the Garbanoids got transformed in town and they come down the stairs behind us.
Okay.
We don't know if they can multiply because I'm sure. But didn't we see 3 in here when we came down?
Originally,
No, when we were. How many were attacking? Old Librarian man.
2.
2. So that's one more than we know of, right?
no.
Was that the right amount?
Yeah.
I think
Well, one we were going to kill got away, right?
Yeah.
And then there was one extra.
And then there's one more in here because there was 2.
Yeah,
So we don't know if they're multiplying.
No, that would be right. There was 4 we had fought total, one of which escaped, and there were 5 total that came out of the
Yeah, that makes
archives.
6.
No, so there were 5 total that left the archives. We fought 4 of them, and 1 of them survived. So 3 died. There was 1 left, and then there would have been 1 elsewhere. So if that one that left came back, then that would make the 2 that were in the archives.
I think maybe Elwyn, you'll. Z was pretty sure that once they plane shift, they can't come back quickly.
I said as well.
I thought that was the case, but were there
Alan's
any
going with the idea that they
distinguishing
multiplied and he's keeping
features?
on the stairs.
There isn't any real distinguishing features on any of these Garbanoids, is there, Sam?
No, absolutely. Certainly not that you've you've taken notice of. No.
One of the 2 didn't look horrifically injured or anything.
Not particularly. No.
No, that's
No.
fine.
They have a familiar scent to Pepper.
Can you?
They're
What?
gone.
Sorry.
Familiar scent.
They're gone. They're gone before she did anything.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Warforged and Carl, you start carrying Murdry up these multiple flights of stairs. The whole time he writhes, he screams, almost not physically tears at his skin, but he just pulls at he grasps at part of his body as if like his entire nervous system is just going wild. Like the pain doesn't seem to be isolated in any one location. He just sort of jerks and jolts all over the place as you sort of struggle to hold and carry him.
My 5th level Battlemaster skills, or perhaps my 3rd level Barbarian skills, or my history in the watch. Do I think I could knock him out without probably killing him?
Yes. Yeah.
I
Hard to be 100% certain.
Yeah,
but
it's always risk.
Yeah.
Weirdly, that's my recurring nightmare in real life. One of the recurring nightmares I have is that I'm trying to knock someone out and I can't. I've never ever tried to knock anyone out, but I'm obviously really worried that I won't be able to. Yeah, I will. After a couple of once we get out of the up these stairs, out through the cells, and probably up a flight of stairs or so, and I realise that carrying him is really noisy and pretty unpleasant. I'm gonna put him down and then get the either the butt of the dagger or whatever I feel is the most appropriate, and I'm going to attempt to knock him out.
Okay. Make a strength check and hope it's not a crit.
That's definitely not a crit.
That is distinctly. That is a very measured.
Yeah.
Very measured strength check. Yeah.
And don't forget, I'm still getting -3 on everything.
You are indeed. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You knock him unconscious and you see sort of he's still screaming out and he reacts as you give that blow. But it's enough to knock him unconscious. Warforged. Yeah. You just see Carl knock Murder unconscious.
Just as I knocked him out, I'm really glad he didn't look at me and go, "No, Dad, no," or something like that. That would have been bad.
I have limits.
So yeah, I'll chuck him over my shoulder and then we'll carry on
Yeah.
up.
Cool.
So
Come.
I've got as we're going up, after I don't know 4 or 5 flights, Carl will turn to Warforged and go, "So what's the deal with this Raven Queen then? Did you work for her? Have you quit?"
Well, I mean, my creator, he was like in a deal. Wait, hold on.
He was in a deal with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. Wasn't it? Or like, oh, I can't remember.
That's a perfectly fair answer if you want.
Hold on.
What's up?
I think he was in like wasn't my creator in some sort of like deal or something to do with the like Raven Queen, right? He was in a deal or something.
Yes, that's right. The same deal you were in with her, essentially.
Right, yeah.
So did you start working for her after he died?
Yeah.
Was that a debt that you were still paying off for him, or what?
Would Warforged know? Because I don't know.
Not that you're aware of, no. You don't believe there was a
No.
debt or anything like that, no.
So what? So she gives you what? Magic? Is
Yeah,
that
pretty much.
so? The stuff you can do is not mechanical; it's magical.
Yeah, it's magical. Like, yeah.
Okay. But now you can't do it.
Well, I can do it, but just like I think I need to be a bit more careful with how much I use of it.
Well, is she still charging you for it?
I think it's more like he's like it's sort of fading away. Yeah. It's like
So you've been working for her, and now that you do something she doesn't like, she's taking the gifts away.
yeah.
It's fucking typical. You okay with that?
I mean, I don't really know. To be honest, like I don't know. You can, yeah.
Well, I don't know anything about this magic bullshit, but I do know that people that only give you stuff because they want something are probably not good people.
I mean, what am I without it? Like, I'm just a robot then, and pretty much.
You're still. And Carl looks over at you and kind of shrugs, going, "You're still whatever it is you are. You can still do stuff."
Yeah, I can still do stuff, but I mean, like, there's nothing special about me. I'm just plain old robot that can fight and have it.
That's okay. I mean, I kind of felt that when I left the guard. You know, was being a guard all I was, and maybe yeah. I think maybe it was, and but the last few months, or indeed, what was it, week and a half or something, since we were third level, the last few months, yeah, maybe there is other stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I do when when I start thinking about things like this? Let's get a drink as soon as we get rid of this guy.
I can't drink. I mean, I don't. I mean, I've never actually tried drinking, to be fair. Doing what you guys do.
That could
I mean,
be. We could try.
I guess.
Maybe
Yeah.
they soak barrels in. Well, they soak like wood in whiskey to infuse it. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe you need to sit in a load of beer. Yeah, we could. Yeah. He starts talking about beers and
As you do.
stuff as we do as we carry on up the hill. Okay, that's
Cool. Yeah, the three of you in the room. You're staying on alert, on guard, right?
Yeah.
Good. There's no light sources down there, but I mean you've got two people with dancing lights, right? So I don't think there's any short-term risk whilst you're down there.
I've got dark vision, right?
Yeah, you do. Yeah. In fact,
So you just need light in that room.
see, right? So it is just Eleanor, but yeah. Anyway, it's all good.
Magic lights that aren't giving off light.
Are they not? That's another thing on the list of things for me to fix.
Fine, we have good imaginations.
Cool. Yeah. The three of you that are still down there, you sort of wait things out. It's quiet. You know, there's you don't hear any sounds other than the sounds of just the four of you that are down there. That includes Pepper. Before anyone thinks that's like some kind of subtle hint at anything. Yeah, you sort of you stay aware, keeping out for anything that sort of stands out, but it's it's silent, it's quiet. There's no movement, there's no signs of life. You sense no magic. Yeah, nothing seems to occur. The others, they've been gone now for getting close to 35, 40 minutes. You estimate they're probably a good chunk into the journey to reach back up to the top. When a sound interrupts this sort of tense silence as you are keeping an eye out and keeping guard on the situation, there is a humming sound, like almost like the sound of a magnetic field, like just the sound of magnets. This sound builds pretty quickly. It sort of goes from silence. It just builds up from this slight buzz into this hum, and quite quickly, just for a split second, becomes just on the verge of being overpoweringly loud. It's just as it kind of becomes a bit too uncomfortable for you to bear. You become aware of a Garbanoid
Oh dear.
stood in the middle of that ring. That sound, as it builds, is enough to put you on edge, and does allow you time to react and to roll initiative.
I don't like this. I have 11 armor class.
Oh wait, yeah, we're all squishy. We need Carl back.
Carl, come back.
Yeah, Carl traditionally against Garbanoids has done well.
Yeah,
Yeah, indeed. Well, you need someone to be eaten by them while you shoot at them.
Exactly. It's not me, so
It's the safest I've felt.
You rolled well, to be fair. Yeah, so you this humming noise sort of builds up, begins to sort of take over. What I will do very quickly is turn off that light from Carl, because Carl's not present, but
I don't like this. This feels bad.
yeah, pop out the dancing lights, which you kind of had dancing lights that you were maintaining, weren't you?
Yeah.
They disappeared, but yeah, you had them out. Yeah, so there is some dim light in the room. Yeah, Elwyn, you hear that sound. It builds, and it becomes overwhelming. Like I say, just for a split second, and then at the moment that it becomes overwhelming, that buzzing sound, it just stops. It's just that silence again. At that point, you become aware that a Garbanoid stood in the center of the room. You are top of initiative. What would you like to do? There's a chance you may be muted.
Sorry. Can I have Pepper down this way with me as well? I'm just popping back
that's
a
cool.
little bit. Because where I've seen him do magic a few times. I'm going to get out my poisonous arrow. Ugh. What a waste of a poisonous arrow.
Hey, what are you targeting me for?
Is that Z?
You are
I'm
the
included in the
that's fine.
target, apparently.
Oh,
but
sorry, that was when I held you
some
earlier.
healing.
I'll go for a Hydra on this time. Yeah, Pepper's down this way with me if that's alright.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Cool. And I will do the same again.
That's
Nice.
better.
Yeah.
Much better. Okay, thank you.
That one hits and goes through, yeah.
And Aunt Pepper just staring up the stairs. If anything comes behind her, she will just bark.
Yeah.
Or with.
Seems good.
I'm thinking if they've got that long spell, it might not be best to go near each other that way.
Yeah, and you get that same thing, that overpowering sound. The Garbanoid appears, and almost immediately you see 2 arrows just come flying from that hallway where you know Elwyn is. The first one misses, the second one strikes the Garbanoid. Just silence. There's no scream. There's no sound of pain. There's no wincing. It's just eerily silent.
What does my Hydra arrows do again? Did it add it onto it? Because it's not working on the thing. I was just checking what they do. Oh, just deals 1 extra damage.
Yeah. Oh yeah, which is on. There's a +1 at the end. Yeah. There's
Okay, cool.
+10 from the sharpshooter, +1 from that.
Yeah.
How long did the buzzing take?
Literally, it builds from the second it starts to the second it became overpowering. It's the space of like a second. It just really quickly just builds up.
Okay, fine.
And then yeah.
Okay, that's fine. In which case, I'll spend my bonus action to draw my short bow.
Yep.
Then I will shoot this guy. Hopefully. Whoops. How do I target stuff again? Just T that would work. Short bow for a massive miss, and then I'm gonna run here. Realize I can't really see anything, but I'm sure I can. If I'm all the way to the edge, and then I'm just gonna run straight down.
Yeah.
I think it's
Oh, we
I don't
run
know
it.
where the corridor is. Well, I can't really see anything, to be honest. Like, these lights are so dim, you won't notice it because you've got night vision, but I can barely see anything in this room. So, and I think everyone's abandoned me. I can't see anybody else. So
I'm literally stood right next to you.
okay. I can't see you. So I can't run down the corridor for some reason. I'm not sure where I am.
The door's a bit funny, I think. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I just run down the corridor as far as I can. If I run into something, then so be it. But otherwise, I'll just run as far as I can.
That's cool.
Actually, it might just be me not being able to move stuff properly. Oh, the old like how far you're moving thing seems to have not worked.
Yeah, annoyingly, that is one. There's about 3 modules that I use that haven't yet been updated, and that is one of them.
That's like my favourite module.
Though having said
It makes
that,
it really.
it may have been updated this today. I'll have a look. But yeah, it's as far as ones that really should be core, in my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah, it makes things a lot easier for me. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. Yeah. That hallway itself is simple enough, and you're sort of familiar enough with it that like, you're under no threats. You sort of dash down. There's nothing to risk tripping or anything.
There's also a bug, I think, at least for me. My character sheet is named Eleanor.
So yeah,
I've had that.
The first time you open it, it will just say your name. Then every time anything on your character sheet changes, the name gets added to it.
Okay.
And then if you close it and reopen it, I think it will go. Yeah,
it has gone. Yeah.
Yeah. Z.
Cool. Well, I see Eleanor run past, so I now know I'm the only one left in this room. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll conjure up a scorching ray.
Yeah.
And send that its way. Oh, it does nothing.
Oh, really?
Okay.
That's cool. Give me.
Right. Mark off a spell slot. And it's 3 attacks with my spell attack modifier, which is +8. We can do this. +8. First one. Terrible.
Indeed.
Second one.
That's a hit.
Cool. And the last one.
That's a miss. You get 1 hit.
Bollocks. Okay, well, it takes 2d6. I think it is just a straight 2d6, so I don't think I get to add anything. Yep, 2d6 fire damage.
Nice.
It could be worse. Whoa!
Oh, hang on. I've just changed that to -9.
Ha! Yes! Look at me go.
Boom.
And then I'll do, I think, I can, because Warforged isn't actually there, right? So
Yes.
I'm going to stand on top of Warforged, because that's 30 feet movement,
Nice.
and go, it's bad, we're running! And I'm going to go get Chinese. Back in a sec.
Awesome. It's fine. By the time you come back, you'll be fucked.
I heard that.
Oh, okay. Right. So yeah, you all get your initial reactions, and then you see this Garbanoid now. It's been silent so far as it sort of take that scorching ray in particular. You see it sort of like almost steps back slightly as it does, but still no sound or anything like that. It steps down into this direction, and you see it stops for a second, sees the three of you heading down. And then just as it's sort of stepping that direction, its speed just increases as it just runs and dashes down the hallway and just closes the gap on you, Eleanor.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to die here. It's way too dark. I can't see anything. So, yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah, you hear the sound as it sort of this obviously approaches down the hallway. Yeah, it comes up to there. And Elwyn, that's you.
We ain't gonna be able to run. Can I? How was it if I want to say something while I'm doing it?
You can speak to it, that's fine.
Cool. We ain't gonna be able to run here. At least spread out so it can't hit us with one of those magic spells. And I'll cast Death Strike on myself.
It's quite hard to spread out in a corridor.
You guys ran into the same thing as me. I didn't expect you guys to run down here.
Well, we weren't exactly going to stay in the bloody room with it.
I'm going back in the room.
Yeah.
It doesn't get an opportunity where I was Zephyr Striked.
Yeah.
Cool. I get advantage on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And have I got that up yet? Cool.
Nice.
I should get extra because my Zephyr Strike does an extra 1d8 force damage. But that's not popped up.
Oh yeah. Do 1d8 for me. Nice.
And can I just have Pepper just go up the stairs a bit further away? I don't want Pepper
Yeah,
dying
that's
again
fine.
on me.
Yeah, no worries.
I thought that was a split then. And then I'm gonna just kind of go that way where I could just see Matey at an angle.
Yeah.
How much movement have I got? Can I go any further?
40, 45, 50. You got 10 feet left?
Okay, cool. Do I still see it there, yeah? Cool.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to see if anything pops in that circle.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And then
Cool.
Pepper's going to go up the stairs a bit more.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Ella, you can't see a lot. There's obviously it's no light in this hallway. You can sense that something is right adjacent to you. You can attack, but it's at disadvantage because of the low light.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm not gonna do that.
That's cool.
I have not. Don't worry.
Do what? Sorry.
None?
I forget you can't see that.
So I'm gonna cast Dancing Lights. I think.
So
Put one
confused.
here. Wait, I'm really confused as well. Because I just
Is
put
it-
one down and then...
Is there like a conversation going on that I'm not part of? I'm so
Yeah.
confused. Oh, okay. That's fine then.
You're not
what?
privileged to this information.
I
Yeah,
don't
the
know what's going on with...
The dancing lights are very, 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 very dull.
Something really weird going on with my Dancing Lights because I was only able to put 3 down, one of which I can't see, and also Cole and Warforged aren't there, right? Why can't I see them still?
Just I left them on screen so they can see what's going on.
Okay. I guess the full is upstairs a different room or something?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I put one at the top of the stairs. I can't physically represent it. I think
cool.
so. Yeah. And then so that's my action, and then I'm gonna just run. So I'm gonna dash 60 feet
Yeah,
up the stairs, and then whatever, just like as far away as possible.
Just this.
Which means I'll invoke an opportunity attack, and then
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so that will so as you go to run away, it swings its tentacles out at you, which is a hit, but you've got
Shield's no good though, right?
Yes,
Shield's no good. Yeah, I didn't get a chance on how to dodge it. I don't know why.
Okay, I'll have a look into that. Yeah, so it does hit you. You've got an intelligence save to make.
Oh, it's coming out now.
Now
Dodge.
do it.
Yeah. So I failed, so I'm probably just dead, aren't I?
You are stunned, yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like splitting the party is a terrible idea. It's the one meme of D&D.
Met one.
Okay, cool. I'll start working on another character.
In a sense, I think it only needs one more hit and it's dead.
Sorry?
I think it only needs like one more hit.
Said the Garvanoid about Eleanor.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I still can't see shit. I have no idea what's going on. Like in character, I don't know what's happening. It's so dark.
I can sort of see you and stuff like that. It's very dark.
I put some lights on, but like, I don't really know what's happening.
All right.
And if you just bonus action move your dark life you already had set up.
They were Z's.
They were not mine. Yeah. I'm still 60 foot away from it now, so. Oh, I'm not. I'm like grappled.
Yeah.
Oh, so does that mean I have a bonus action again?
You're stunned. You're not grappled.
I don't know what stun does. Crossplay.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Being stunned by them is not fun, is what I discovered.
Nope. No, it means you die.
Yeah, you are fully incapacitated.
50% of the time.
Z.
33% if you include Warforged.
You see Eleanor go to make a movement away, uses her nimbleness to sort of dodge out of the way as those tentacles comes towards her. It avoids the sort of worst brunt of it, but you still see it that it grabs and is able to stun her.
Okay. Right. I thought about this, and now that shit's happened, I'm having to rethink about what I'm doing. I think annoyingly, my plan is still just another Scorching Ray. I don't really have more than that. And by that I mean I quite literally don't have more than that. I have no higher level spells. Yeah, I will shoot another Scorching Ray its way. So I'll do it manually because the game hates me. No, I thought about that, but I think it's actually not necessarily as good. Actually, it involved me doing maths, and I didn't know if I wanted to do maths.
Yeah, you don't want to show these guys
going on behind my back.
Right. What can I do it at? Takes 1 charge to do it second, 2 to do it third, 3 to do it fourth, 4 to do it fifth, 5 does it at sixth, and at sixth it's 8d6 cold damage. It's absolutely a better amount because it's half on a success. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna burn all 5 of the charges on my Wand of Snowballs.
Yeah.
Which is at 6th level, Snowball Storm. Strangely enough, throwing it to avoid Eleanor, so I'm gonna hit behind this guy.
Yeah.
Dex save for them. I don't know if it's gonna work. Hey, I didn't blow up my wand.
Right, that's good.
Did I get it?
Yeah, you did.
Yes, 21 health left. Good boy. Good
Get it.
boy,
You
wand.
hit. You kill it.
Did he fail his save? He did, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck you, Garbanoid. Cool. That's my action. I shout to Eleanor because Eleanor looks very confused. Are you okay? Can you move?
No, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you ooh, that's broken. Yeah, you defeat that Garbanoid again. It just silently drops to the ground. Even in its sort of death throes, there's no sound. Yeah, Eleanor was grappled. Obviously, just drops down to the ground. Is stunned initially, but comes around after around 60 seconds.
Wait, 60 seconds?
Can I get my arrows back? By the way, normally you can get like 2 back out
You
of that.
should be able to get half
What?
back of what you used. Yeah. That's fine.
Tentacles say that it ends when there's not grapple anymore.
Oh, is it immediate? That's cool.
Yeah. The first thing I do is carry on fucking running as fast as I can.
I'm gonna stay in this room and just leave Eleanor to run.
Well, I don't know where you are. I have literally
told
no
you
idea.
that I was doing when I walked past.
I
Just
didn't
realised
understand.
I was talking muted.
I didn't grasp where you were because I can't see anything, so I didn't see you run past. When you said you're going to go into the room, I didn't know what room you meant. I didn't know if you meant the room behind or the room forward. I literally have no idea. I can see you now, but I didn't know you were there.
Yeah, for those of you that are like elves, it's worth remembering. Like, not only like in game do they have less vision, but literally like the player has less vision.
Yeah, I have seen nobody else other than a Garbanoid turn up for 1 second next to me and then hit me, and that's it. That's the only thing I've seen this whole combat.
Wait, can
I
you
have
not
no idea
see
what's
me
going
right
on.
now?
Nope.
I'm
I don't know where
human.
you are.
Unless I've got some extra special vision. I'm human and I can see Shane and the door.
I mean, there's
Yeah, I can see
there's
Shane
like
now. I couldn't
6
see
lights
Shane until
up.
we moved.
Yeah, I'm back at the bottom of the stairs, so
Yeah, I
can
couldn't
see
see
everyone.
Shane until you moved. I have no idea where you are, Z. No.
I'm here.
I think there's.
I'm right
Where?
next.
I've
I
just
was right
noticed
next to
why.
like,
For some reason, those dancing lights are giving off black light.
Oh.
Okay.
As soon as I change the color of the
blame
light,
Foundry 10.
they actually give
good.
off
I still
light.
can't. I still can't see you. Where are you?
I can't see Z either.
Wait,
Oh,
where
no.
are you?
I
Oh,
can't.
Warforged is on
Oh,
top
he's
of you.
underneath Warforged.
Yeah, so I can't see you because Warforged is on top of you.
Aha, my ultimate disguise.
But
It's worked.
yeah, but I could
But
still
yeah.
see from one end to the other. But I don't know if that's because I've gained some.
Which
sort
means
of...
I might have also been able to see you earlier. I might have done something differently, but I didn't know you were there because I couldn't see you other than because you're under Warforged, and I couldn't see Shane ever.
Fine,
Sorry,
it all worked out well.
Elwyn ever.
Yeah, that it drops down dead. The 3 of you are, or 4 of you, alone again.
I get to level
You
up.
didn't really run into the dark room. You should have stayed in the light.
Look, it was scary, Elwyn, alright?
I don't think you understand how little light there is in that main room. The whole center of the room is dark. Like, just because
Yeah.
you can see stuff, I honestly can't see anything. I could see one half of the room, a big black line down the middle of it, and then the other half of the room. When the Garbanoid appeared, I could see nobody but myself. I couldn't see Z, I couldn't see you. Like, I had no idea where anybody was. So it wasn't a case of staying in the light, there was no light to begin with. And there was no time for me to cast more dancing lights because, as far as Eleanor was concerned, it was one-on-one.
Yeah.
Like, perhaps this is just a good example that if you have a mixture of dark vision and non-dark vision players, you've got to be super careful because actually what the non-dark vision players can see is significantly less than you think it is. I couldn't see anything.
there's more of your party with dark vision than without. So yeah, like it's probably easy to take that for granted.
Yeah. I know I definitely did with Bryn, and then I started playing in Tark, and it was fucking awful. In fact, it's like the worst thing of the game is dark vision, because like it just turns things like this completely impossible. Like you can't play. You're just sort of like wandering around in the dark, and you have no idea what's going on. It's
Set
quite nice
torches up.
because you physically can't see it, and you have to actually roleplay. You can't see anything, unlike in a real game where you have to pretend, but you can't really pretend, because you kind of know it's impossible to.
What are the party in this lower chamber doing now?
I'm gonna
I'm
stay where I am and keep watch.
I don't know whether it was light upstairs, was it right?
There's light sources on some of the higher levels. Yeah.
Can we just set torches up in there? A mixture of torches and lights.
I think I've got a candle.
I've got
that's not enough.
torches.
Yeah, a candle. You need a lot because the room is quite big.
I've got 10 torches.
You can set 10 torches up. It might be enough. I don't know. I don't know how much light torch.
I don't know. I can see it normally. So if you want to set the torches up so you can see, it won't make much difference to Owen. Owen doesn't even know why he has torches.
My point is, I don't know what radius of torch is, so I can't work it out.
They're like 30 foot of light, aren't they?
Yeah. You actually get 60 foot. I think it's 30 dim,
30 bright, isn't?
Yeah.
Can I set like torches up in the room then and put 3 and separate out so it makes the room lit up?
Just one in the middle is probably enough in some ways.
Owen does want to step in that circle.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I can set up some light sources. That's fine.
Yeah. I'll set 4 torches up so it spreads out enough room.
Yeah, it's all good.
I can see everything now.
Yeah.
The only thing I can't see is down the corridor, so it might be worth putting one.
Yeah, I think you would a few, didn't you, Owen? So
I've got 10 on me, so I'll just set them up.
I don't know how I ping, but like one around here, if you can see my pointer is.
Just hold left click.
I have a feeling we might have done this a bit sooner. Owen would have not really noticed because he can see it normal anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, about, I don't know, 2/3 of the way up, Carl and Wolforge just stopped for a minute so that Carl can get his breath back and have a little drink and stuff and stretch kinks over his back. And he's just talking about the party. They're talking about the party a little bit. Just Carl's just trying to get Wolforge to, I don't know, say stuff. And starts just saying, do you know what? Sometimes, they say I'm the stupid one, but sometimes I think those guys are so stupid that they'd stay in a room if a Garbonoid appeared, and then if one appeared, they'd stay there if another one appeared. But no, they're not really that stupid, are they? And then we'll carry on walking.
I came back now, by the way. You can tell.
I didn't know you'd gone, actually. Sorry.
Oh. I meant to go and click the button, but then I didn't see one. So.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, the button's disappeared.
Hang on one sec. Cool. Yeah, you two carry on oblivious of all this. Takes you just short of an hour. You reach the top floor. You were going to look for guards outside, where I think you said, or
Yeah, so reach the top floor, and then assuming there's no one around there, then we'll put him down and go and look outside. Although it's 11 o'clock now. It's a curfew, isn't it?
You get to the top floor. There's no guards in there at the time. You sort of open that front door, look out onto the streets. Again, there's no guards you can see currently nearby.
Something I haven't done for a long time. I will reach down to my belt, where I still carry the guard's horn, and I will try and attract some attention.
Yeah, you sound the horn, and you actually hear a shout almost immediately. It doesn't sound like it's too far away. It only takes like a minute or just slightly less, and you see a guard come running around one of the corners of the street, sort of dashes up towards you, and asks what's going on.
I will tell him very quickly that there is something happening in the archive. We need a squad of guards, and we've got someone who needs medical attention. Needs a doctor or a healer. Where's the nearest guardhouse?
He tells he tells you nearest guardhouse. It's sprinting. He can be there in sort of 4-5 minutes, very tops.
Go.
Go.
We need as many people as you can bring, and send word. Tell the sergeant send word to the mayor.
Cool.
People need to get to the archive.
That's cool. You two waiting for his return, or are you heading back down, or you're?
I think 5 minutes. I think we'll probably wait.
Cool.
Make sure what's his face is still alive, because that would be embarrassing.
Yeah, he's still alive. He's unconscious, but he's alive. Like I say, takes sort of 5 minutes, and you see him come. He comes dashing back. There's 3 other guards with him. So there's 4 guards there. And they tell you one other has gone to get some medical attention. They kind of ask you for any information. They see just this body, obviously unconscious on the ground. They're keen to understand. Like, one of them recognises Murdery and sort of mentions him by name and asks you what's happened.
You know, the attacks today.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why the city's locked down. This is involved. Somehow the archive is involved. Someone was, I think, trying to kidnap Murdery.
He seems a little bit shocked, and he then turns to the other 3 guards that are here, and tells them to he tells one of them to set up a guard on the door to keep a watch. The other 2 he signals to sort of come in and speak to you. He asks you, is there a threat downstairs still, or?
There are others. We got some people downstairs watching. Don't know. It was all quiet. I think they've left, but we definitely need people watching down there. Once we've got enough people, then I think we'll go back. We'll have to go back down.
Okay, that's cool. They offer to accompany you back down immediately if you want.
Look over at Warforged.
Yeah, I mean, the quicker we get down there, the more chances not one. Yeah.
He turns to the guard on the door and he tells him to keep watch on the door, keep watch on Murdery. As soon as the medical help gets here, see that he's taken care of. Then they follow you back down to the lower levels.
Okay.
Take some time dashing. Those of you towards the bottom, you after this sort of another half-hour wait, you hear the sound of footsteps dashing down the steps. You see Carl, Warforged, and 3 members of the City Watch. The member of the City Watch that's first following down Carl and Warforged. As soon as he sees the rest of you there, and, you have this Garbanoid on the ground, which Z just killed. You see immediately he's kind of taken aback. He sort of stops and just stares at it, taking in this weird creature, the purple skin, the sort of tentacled facial features, and he just you see almost sort of like covers his mouth in shock, like this is entirely alien to him. He's never seen anything like it, and he turns and he just asks you, what is it? Where's it? Where are they coming from? What are they?
Arbanoid coming from the ring inside that room.
A what? Sorry.
A Garbanoid, and they're coming from that ring inside the room.
You see, he seems confused. Then you see he looks down the hallway, down towards that room. You can see the metal ring, and he sort of he turns to you, Owen, after as you sort of spoke, and he says, "What is this place? What's that? What?"
You're a guard. You should know more than us.
He seems entirely confused. He tells you he's never seen. He looks down at that creature, pokes it with his longsword, and tells you he's never seen anything. He's never seen anything like this. He's never been in the archives before. He's never seen a creature like this. This is, and he just stops, like almost just sort of dumbfounded in silence.
My only thing is, don't group up if you're fighting one, and don't get too close because they squash your face and eat your brains.
One of the other City Watch guards sort of speaks up at that point, and just says, "It's dead. What threat could it be? What's there to be worried about now?"
Well, more coming through that portal.
Where? How do they come from? What? Can we? I don't know. Can we go through?
Yeah, do you really want to go through and face those these? If you want to try, be my guest.
And you can see the three of them sort of look amongst themselves, a little confused, and you can see they almost there's like quite a quick sort of shift in tone. They quite quickly seem to be deferring to your party. You appear to be far more knowledgeable about whatever's going on here than they are. And that second one that's speaking then turns to you and says, "So, what do we do now?"
We wait and see if any more come out, and then need someone like the mayor to make a decision of what they want to do.
We can go and speak to her, or
I thought you'd already sent someone, right? You wait here with bow and arrow or crossbow, and shoot anything that pops out that portal.
Don't let them eat your brains.
And don't let them eat your brains. You turn into one.
Don't get garbed.
okay, we can do that. Nothing to get past us.
There's what, 3 of them?
Yeah.
How
There's not
many?
enough.
How many dead bodies do we walk past getting down here again?
So one appeared when we weren't here.
Oh yeah, well, I forgot to mention that we killed one.
Oh,
Pops
you
up.
should probably look and see if it does it have any like night guard clothes, or like what clothes is it wearing?
It does not. No. It has this like it has a metal armor on. It certainly does not look like a City Watch guard uniform in any way. No,
Has he got any weapons?
it doesn't. No.
I guess it doesn't need them.
Can I do like a medical check and try and cut it open to get a better look into it now? There's other people here that can like see if I can find any weak spots in the thing, in their body.
You can do it. How far do you want to be?
We got enough people to watch the gate now, haven't we? The group's there. We're waiting for more people to come down. I'm guessing we're not going to leave these 3 to guard it by themselves. I asked that to the group as well.
Why? No, I don't think we are going to leave them, but it
I
feels...
I'll try and find a weak spot then.
Okay.
You know you died loads of this, Carl. If we got any more coming, we need to know more about them.
Yeah, I just don't... I think standing here waiting for him to appear is crazy.
I think leaving the door only because we could try and bar the door and like barricade it in.
or really keep them in, and that. You need something bigger.
Alright, I'll start cutting the body open while you decide to do that, Carl. And I'll just start cutting it open.
You attempting to harvest this, or are you attempting to look for weaknesses?
I'll look for weaknesses.
You're looking for weaknesses. Okay.
Harvest is sounded quite fun.
I'll get you to make a medicine check then. Nice. Yeah, takes the best part of sort of 10-15 minutes for you to. You're quite careful. You don't want to rush into this. You're looking to gain information here rather than just tear it apart. You begin trying to sort of peel away at some of the sort of skin. As you do, you realise it has the flesh is kind of soft to the touch, slightly rubbery. It's quite pliable and sort of malleable. But you're able, you can use a dagger with a bit of a slow speed and precision. You can open it up. You get quite a feel for this. You become aware quite immediately. The brain is kind of differs from what you've seen in other humanoids that you're familiar with in your sort of medicine knowledge. The brain almost looks like it's quite heavily scarred. It's kind of hard to explain. It's almost like the brain is almost like it's in like two quite distinct colours of like flesh and material. You can, as you sort of peel away at it, you can peel away at part of it, and it's almost like it's almost like something has grown around it. It's almost like there's a brain and then a secondary brain that's grown around it, and it like just engulfed the first brain.
It looks like it was possibly human before and then is moulded into a Garbanoid.
Based on what you're seeing doing this and what you have seen in the city so far, that you feel now pretty confident these seem like almost like mutations or parasitic creatures of some type. Yeah.
And I check if it's got any like pockets or anything inside like the lower half.
As in clothing pockets, are we talking?
Yeah, like if they've got guard uniforms, see if they've got an ID on them.
You can make an investigation while you're doing this, yeah. Nothing in the way of pockets at all. There's no weaponry. There's no possessions other than clothing that you can see. There is it has like a belt around its waist. The buckle is it's like this black metal. It's just in the shape. It's like in the shape of a brain, essentially. You can see it's kind of, there's almost like details carved into it. It's not quite ornate, but it's quite, it's clearly like made to resemble this sort of shape and form.
And I take the belt off and give it to Z to like check.
Do my thing with.
Yeah. Just go, this looks a bit strange, Z.
Does it feel magic?
It doesn't.
Okay. Not magic.
Okay.
I almost sadly put my pearl back in my pocket.
We're doing this in front of guards as well.
We've been given, like, authoritative powers from the mayor, it's fine. We're basically gods, mate.
We're like...
Go and find yourself a cliff to jump off as a goldfish.
I ain't got polymorph yet.
I think this used to be human as well. I'll tell you guys, to eat your brain, this is probably what happened to you.
We-
Come on. What you want to do at this point?
I mean, the question I have for everyone: do we think there's a way to deactivate or de-link or destroy this ring to stop them coming through?
Yeah,
Has anyone stood in it yet?
yeah, we
I
stood in the
think
middle
Z
before.
did.
Yeah, I thought we did, but I couldn't remember.
The first time you were down here, you did, yeah.
Yeah, I thought we did. Yeah.
We don't know if it maybe a different race might do something with it.
We stood in the middle as well. It's some sort of magic thing. I thought Z or maybe Eleanor had said that it was like a one-way. Or actually, maybe it was you,
Yeah.
Owen.
It was
It
me.
was a one-way thing that you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a detect magic on it and got basically that as well. That
I think I have an
it's,
idea of
it's
where
the exit, not the entrance.
Or an area that I've seen them before. Did the mayor say that they knew it was down here?
We didn't ask that question. I don't
No, the
think.
mayor said
I thought
the
we
staff
did.
was in this room.
Yeah.
Is this round circle the staff? Is this metal similar to Warforge's weapon?
No. That ring looks like it's brass.
Does it? Did we work out? Is it attached to the ground or is it movable?
No, it's not like built into the ground. It's not. It sort of sits on the ground. It raises a couple of inches, like 2-3 inches off the ground in height. But it's not like it's certainly not part of the flooring. No, it's sort of atop the floor.
Owen?
I wouldn't stand in there as well, so you remember one just coming from there about an
Yeah,
hour
it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Owen,
Yeah.
you've seen these before, right?
Yeah.
When you've seen them, were they always like this on the ground, like flat on the ground, being used?
They were, yeah.
Yes, they were.
Carl, are you feeling strong?
No, but I'm fancy. I'll pick that up. Well,
You gents, I point to the guards as well.
Yep.
They look strong enough, right? Can you pick this up and just? I don't want it on the floor anymore. Don't just lift it off the floor. Like turn it on its side.
how heavy? So if we go over to one side, sort of like there, and you guys don't stand in the middle of it,
Yeah, I'll probably get out.
sort of,
Because
can we
considering me.
pry that edge up and get our fingers under it,
Yeah.
or
you
get
sort-
a sword? Is there, or even a torch? Something? Get something under it.
Yeah, you go over the side of it and you sort of look at the size of it. You have like a, you kind of you have like an instinctive like ability, like you know what something should weigh. You begin to try to sort of get a grip underneath it, get something underneath it to go and raise it. Like this probably shouldn't be overly, not easy to move. It shouldn't be ridiculously heavy. And even with yourself and those 3 guards, you immediately, as you try to get some movement on it, this thing is like, there is a bit of movement to it. You can feel that there's a bit of give as you try, but it's extremely, extremely heavy. You can make a strength check. You have got some assistance from those guards, so you can do it at advantage.
Come on.
What's the button for advantage? Is that Alt?
We've moved away in case it blows up.
Yeah, I've stepped out the circle.
Nice.
Don't forget the -3.
Over, actually.
That is with the -3, I believe.
Oh,
Yeah, you with all 4 of you, you sort of you see they do kind of do the same thing. They go to move it and clearly sort of this is way heavier than expected. And between the 4 of you, you start pulling it. And you get a little bit of movement. You raise it about half a foot off the ground,
yeah.
and then it's just too much. And one of the guards gives up, and the rest of you see it's going. Pull your fingers out as quick as you can before this goes back down.
Could we
That's heavy.
could we find something to jam underneath it?
There's furniture in the cells above.
Yeah, this sounds like you could certainly find some you could certainly find some.
I'm thinking
things to try and do
basically,
it with.
if we get a chair or what have you, just kind of smash it to bits, and then slowly build up the bits like layer by layer, like bring it up a little bit, jam it, bring it up a little bit, jam it some more, etc., until we can try and
Well,
move it.
if we can lift it 2 feet, if we can get something that it won't crush, like a chest under it.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, what's T-foot like a chest? Yeah, that's perfect, isn't it?
A Warforge?
He's looking a bit crushy at the moment. I
Only
would say.
crushed even more.
Warforged be on like 8 hit points for about 12 hours at this point.
Yeah.
No, to be fair to him, he was on 2 at one point as well.
Oh yeah, fair point.
It's getting better for him, you know.
Slowly. Very slowly, but yeah, getting better.
Just basically, my thought process is if they appear in this, if it's up against a wall, they either don't come through at all or they appear in a wall.
No, I agree that tipping it on its side somewhere is probably a good idea.
And also, I'm kind of concerned it's hiding something under it.
What's it? What was underneath it, Sam? Is the floor carved around it, or is it sat on the floor?
It is sat on the floor. Yeah, yeah. It's just
We
sat
try
on
and
top
chip
of
away at
the
the stone underneath it.
Can we what?
Chip away at the stone underneath it. Hammer and chisel the stone that's underneath it.
It's a stone floor.
But is it? Can I check the stone floor on the inside of the ring for like loose tiles or stones or whatever to see if there's anything hidden there?
Sure.
I say it from out here as well. I'm not in there. I shout it.
If there is, I mean, I'm fucking on it.
Yeah, you go around it, you start having a look, and you do find a couple of loose tiles actually, and you peel them up and just find stone flooring underneath.
Bollocks.
There are a couple of loose tiles.
I found them so well.
Yeah.
Is there any sign
Move all the
that
tiles out and try and hopefully it like falls in on itself.
Sorry, I don't know what was that.
just is there any sign with the tiles and stuff that because the thing's really heavy, right?
Mhm.
Is there any sign that the floor looks like it's really heavy? If that makes sense, or is it heavy because it's something magical enchantment stopping us lifting it? Does that make sense?
Damage to the floor or something like that? You mean?
Yeah, exactly. Or like indentations where just the sheer weight of it has like over the time crushed what's underneath it, that kind of stuff.
No, not particularly. I mean, the floor's pretty. You know, this isn't like a well maintained area, but no obvious signs of damage or anything around it. No.
What happened when we dropped it?
There's like a thud as it goes back down, but that was about it. There was no. It doesn't sort of sink into the floor or anything like that. No.
How?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
That's right. Go on.
How thick are the tiles that I've removed from the ground? Like, how deep are they?
Like an inch thick.
And I've got how many precisely?
2.
2. Damn. 2 inches is not an awful lot of lift off the ground.
Oh, for now.
You just dig a hole so if they do put in there, end up in a hot ditch.
As you are throwing about these various ideas, theories amongst the party of what to do next, it's not a voice actually, that's the wrong term. There is a number of voices. They speak simultaneously. This isn't around you; it's within you. You're familiar with this at this point.
Yep.
This isn't a singular voice. It's not even a voice any of you recognise. It's like a choir of voices all speaking perfectly in time, perfectly in cadence with one another. Even any sense of tone, of rhythm is like almost perfectly matched. It's just slightly off, so you can pick up the sense of these different voices, but it's kind of scarily in rhythm with each other. These sort of tens, even hundreds of voices. yeah, you just hear this within yourselves as they all sort of ring out, and they just say, "It's too late now. We're already within your city. Perhaps now would be the appropriate time for us to discuss how you wish us to arrive."
Look
Who
over
is
at the.
who is this?
There's a silence for a moment, and then you just again. It's almost like every time the voices shift, as there's so many of them. The sound of it shifts and changes. We are the Illithid.
Look over
I
at the
don't know who you
guard.
think we are, but if
Are they-
you're planning an invasion of our city, we're not the people to bargain with.
Are
We
the
have no
guards
power.
hearing this as well?
Doesn't seem to be. You obviously Z spoke out aloud, and you can see a little bit of confusion as they turn and try to understand what's going on.
What do you want?
Sustenance.
In the form of?
You call it brain.
And if we say no?
Then the same will fall upon you as fallen upon the others that have joined our number.
Seems like it's going really well for you.
And there's a slight break, and then this time it becomes a singular voice. It's recognisable this time. All of you recognise this. This is a voice from all of your pasts, actually. Each one of you recognises this voice from your quite recent past, actually. As you hear the voice of Murdry Tinkerrock.
No.
It's gone rather well, actually.
Oh shit!
Probably should have murdered him.
Okay, we've got to get back up to the top. You three, stay by the door. If something comes through, run. Okay?
I would actually just block the door. Just start blocking it with loads of stuff.
Uh,
I'm not saying that here any longer than what have to.
So I don't. Yeah. Whatever. We're going up. I'm going up.
Yeah, I'm following you.
Oh, fucking knackered.
Then Murdry's, just that singular voice again comes through. And yes, speaks within each of your minds again. Oh, well, this is. You have something here. Something we want. The book.
I'll stop as we're going up the stairs and look at Z.
I'm not sure I've left the room.
I'll stop on the stairs and look back to where Z was.
I definitely have.
And I'm definitely
I'm
out of
following
I'm definitely out of the circle, but I don't think I've left the room. If this thing's still talking.
He hungered for this book, and now And then it turns back into that chorus of voices again. Now we would very much like to understand the power of this book.
I mean, I don't understand. There's a lot of books here. You are going to have to be more specific. This is a library.
Have I got any pen and paper on me, Sam?
I'm not sure.
I think I might have had some because I gave some to Warforged draw pictures with at some point.
Sure.
If not, I'll just use one of my arrows. Can I mark on the floor saying, "What if I can't say his name properly, let these in," and he's only done the circle at the bottom of the stairs?
I'd
you have
see
no
it and nod.
response.
I do it in Rot say it, but I'm gonna just like put it down like that.
So I assume the idea is you're like scratching it in the floor so that you're not saying it out loud so that they
Yeah.
don't hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. I see what you write and kind of nod with an air of, like, I guess, worried because I was kind of thinking the same thing at this point and not wanting
Then,
to think
what if they're
it.
trying to get us to leave this room as well? I'll try to write that as well.
What do you think this book can do?
You get no response.
How long's it been since it spoke?
10,
Since it last
15
spoke.
seconds?
Okay, once it's quiet again, I'm going to start up the stairs again. And just saying out loud, kind of to Eleanor, kind of, shit, did we... Had it already taken Murdery and we just carried it out? Fucking idiots.
Yeah, I guess so. Look,
What?
I don't know what's going on, so I feel like you can't really be too hard on yourself. How are you supposed to know?
Idiot.
Also, it sounds like we should have given that book to a god a long time ago.
Stop again and look over it. Is this all about the book?
You're asking the wrong girl.
Magic fucking bullshit. Start up the stairs again. Although I think probably slower than I went up the first time.
These three guards seem confused at this point. There's clearly, like, they've heard your parties speaking amongst yourselves, but almost they can sense you've been speaking, to a presence, to something. They see Carl sort of walking off, and the three of them turn to the party, and they turn to you, Elwyn. You're one that you've been sort of speaking to them previously, and they say, "Do we wait here? What do we do? What's going on? What's..."
I kind of put my little finger up and do like a little sign for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
What's Warforged doing? Because I've stayed in this sort of room with Z.
Yeah. What are you up to, Warforged?
I'm probably like stood in the room as well.
try and get some paper just to do like write into Z instead of talking it.
I have tons of paper.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that maybe like that Mirdry was already one of them, and he's the one that invited him in, and maybe they're trying to get us out of this room to get more in.
It's a theory, but I'm not sure it's necessarily correct, and I don't think we should be in this room any longer.
Yeah, I think we should block this room before.
I think we should leave, shut the door, lock the door, shut the all of the barricades on it we can, lock this place down, and come back with a bloody army if we have to.
Yeah, barricade it.
Come on, let's make that decision. We'll do that. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we'll start barricading. So we're not going to go up quickly. We're just going to barricade the door.
Yeah.
Get the guard to come out, and just say, I think the creatures are like mind things. That speak to us really weirdly.
Do you guys want to retreat back up to the upper levels, but you're closing every door?
We're blocking the doors. We're doing it really slowly.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, these guards, they don't, like I say, they're kind of deferring to your party at this point. They're not putting up a fight or disagree, and they aid you as you close the initial door into that room with the brass ring. Back up the stairs into that sort of prison cells, those holding cells. Close up that secret door on the wall you found. Head back out that door. You've got the barricade across the door. There's like a beam on the outside of that door. You closing that up as well, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just going to try and barricade every door as much as we can as well.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you do so. You guys heading all the way back up to the ground floor, or
Keep going until we run into Carl and Ella. Basically, I think. If they stop somewhere on the way, we stop with them. If not, yeah, whole way out.
cool? Carl and Eleanor, you were just heading up to the top floor, right?
I think so. I want to get out of this place. I fucking hate it.
I want to get up and find out if Murdry's still there.
Yeah. I mean, you two have a destination in mind. The others are obviously following beyond. They're closing doors, barricading behind them. It takes them a little bit more time. So you just shortly after 1 a.m. by the time you reach the top of all those flights of stairs, you get back to the ground floor. You get there as you sort of peer across the floor of the archives. You can see that City Watch guard that you spoke to, Cole, when you were here with Warforged, that was over at the door keeping watch, is still there, leant up against the door, looking quite casual, just looking out towards the street.
Is Murdry still on the floor?
Scan the floor? No. You can't see him.
If he hasn't, it doesn't look like he's seen us. Going to take a quiet step and then shout "Oi!" at the top of my voice, try and make him jump.
No reaction. Doesn't move. Doesn't make a sound.
Fuck.
Is he dead?
Draw the greatsword. Or pull it off my back. And just start marching towards him.
Yeah. You sorry, 1 second to be. Yeah, you cross the floor, head across the archives. Just you can see the outline is shadow sort of in the doorway where he stood. You approach, still no movement, no sound. It's actually really quiet. It's really motionless. It's as you approach, you then notice actually he's not casually leaning against the door. This body is slumped in the doorway, just leant. Possibly been put there in that position on purpose. Hard to say. And then as you turn around and you go to look, the front of the skull, the face has been ripped open. the tissue over the skull, which makes the face, is hanging down like a mask. It just sort of hangs down where the neck and the throat are. At that point, it just sort of flips down, and the skull is exposed, and torn open.
Not even going to try not even to look, and just if he's got a hood, pull his hood over.
Yeah, and as you do,
Lure him to the ground.
It's enough that the body just slumps down to the ground. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Just turn to Eleanor. We have fucked up so badly.
Again, I don't think it's your fault. I don't think it's anyone's fault, really.
Shit. I'm shit. Is pretty much what Carl's saying.
At this point, the rest of you, reach the ground floor.
Well, they ain't getting out of there.
It's all safe, guys. The three guards. One of them calls over towards you, Carl, and it's just what's wrong with him?
He's dead.
What? Where's the gnome? Where's?
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, I forgot it was a gnome. Much easier to carry upstairs. Yeah, he's gone. I think he was.
They come
I
and
think
get
he
it.
tricked us. I think he was one of them.
As you say that, you hear a voice again, Murdry's voice inside each of your minds. Trick is such an emotive word. This is just about survival. Perhaps we can still bargain for the safety of your city.
Fucking hell. Look over at the guards. Did you hear that?
What? Sorry?
Yes.
I say out into the ether. Again, I think you're talking to the wrong people.
Paul's gonna lean against the wall and just sort of sink to his haunches.
Again, just Murdry's voice this time again. Just you repeatedly claim to be the wrong people, but you do have the book.
I don't see why you want it.
Perhaps bargaining isn't necessary.
If we give you the book, do you leave the city?
Now we see. You can't give that which you do not possess.
Look over at Z. Do not possess.
Is Z in the room with us?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely am.
What's he doing?
Yeah. Oh, don't answer that.
Carl takes a breath and pushes himself back up the wall and starts moving over towards Z.
2 seconds. Does Maudry know where you live, Z?
Murdery?
Yeah.
No.
Carl is approaching Z.
Carl, if you're about to tackle me again, please don't. It's not a situation like that.
Oh, it's been weeks since we had PvP.
We've been there before, mate. It's never actually necessary. I see that look in your eyes. You don't have to worry about anything.
Grab the front of his robes and just sort of push him back into the wall. Not violently, but firmly. Maybe I'm not actually that strong, but maybe even trying lift him up a little bit. But is this all about the book?
How would I know?
Are you? Fuck it, Elf. I trusted you.
Did you? What are you on about?
Is this all some magic bullshit game to you? These people are dead. These people are dying.
I'm aware. I watched this shit happen. What are you on about?
Beat it out of him, Dad.
Can I insight check Carl to make sure he's controlling himself, or if someone's controlling Carl?
You can make
Do
an
I,
insight check. Carl's intense.
Yeah.
Can
After
I
that,
step in between them, but not like grab hold of any of them.
as
Try and separate them.
as Elwyn sort of moves to go in between, so I've got my right hand in Z's, sort of grabbing the chest of his robes. Depending which side you come in, if you come in on the left side, I'm just going to bring my left arm out and just put it on your chest. If you come in the other side, then I'm just going to push you out with the elbow.
Oh, ignore that Garbanoid. I'll get you both to make a strength check, quick.
Dead Garbanoids fighting back.
Did not do well.
You did not. Yeah, I mean, Alwyn, you're able to interject between the two, push in. Z, Carl's got you up against the wall currently. Elwyn, you sort of push yourself between the two of them. Warforged, what are you doing?
I'm just probably going to be like sort of standing in between where like the body is and where all this is happening. Like keep on checking at the body to see if it keeps on moving and if like it moves or anything.
Yeah.
Or like if and yeah.
Carl,
And then keep on glancing back at them.
Carl, you hear that voice again. It was this sort of stuff that doomed me, Dad.
I sort of push Z back against the wall, let go, and then I'm going to turn and face Elwyn, getting really in his face. And do you know more about this? What do you? What the fucking hell is going on?
But I know that fighting amongst ourselves while we've got an enemy that's trying to kill us is not the best thing. We should be fighting amongst ourselves right now. Need to calm down a bit. What happens if we suddenly get attacked right now where you've got Z thing pinned up against the wall?
Push Elwyn back. At the same time, say, "What? Get attacked, like you guys did down in that room after you made them stay."
That's
We
not
made
fair.
the right decision. Nothing come behind you then, did they?
You were really keen to stay in the room. Were you waiting for them? You waiting for your masters? Is that what's going on? And I'm going to push him a couple of times. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cole fronts up to you, Elwyn, like he's aggressive, pushing at you.
I will try and stay calm and go,
I'll keep kind of pushing, keep saying stuff like that. It's pretty obvious that he really just wants an excuse to punch you.
Those three guards at this point, they surround the two of you. They try to interject. One of them puts a hand on your chest, Carl, trying to sort of push you back, create some space.
I'm going to growl at him, try and brush him off.
Yeah, you brush him off, push him away, and then he responds at this point. He grabs you by the wrist, goes to restrain you.
I will attempt to hit him with an unarmed strike.
Sure, go for it.
Is that unarmed strike? It's not saying anything. Oh, I'll click the button and see what happens.
Well, dead guard.
Yeah, you swing, you punch him, floors him, he drops to the ground. As this happened, so gone.
Well, I was going to say, if I could have my second attack, I'm going to punch Elwyn.
Sure, take a swing.
Okay, they can take me down. Oh, maybe not.
That's what you get.
Yeah, you take the first swing. You land the blow on the jaw of that guard. It knocks him to the ground, and then you immediately swing back towards Elwyn. And as you do, though, the other two guards just grab you, one at each arm, grabbing and holding on to you. They restrain you at this point. Eleanor, Warforged, what are you both doing?
Just shocked. Like, I probably lost complete interest of this corpse, and I'm just now staring at what's happening there, because lots of stuff. And yeah.
I don't know. Ellen doesn't know.
That's fine.
Like, she doesn't want this bullshit to happen, but also is not particularly strong.
How do you do a
and
meathead?
therefore can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
And not also really the person to start screeching over. So
yeah, they restrain you, Carl. You're shaken, but between the two of them, they've got a pretty good grip on you at this point. Like these are trained guards. And then again, just that voice, everyone hears it this time. Why are your friends trying to keep you from me?
I'm just going to struggle, try and break free of these two. Carl is screaming pretty incoherently, and he's checking whether he's got a rage left.
Z, what are you doing?
Taking a breath. I'm worried that something's come over Carl. I don't know what the best kind of thing is to do to try and see if that's the case, but I'm trying to kind of. Is this just Carl being pissed off, or is Carl under some form of influence of something?
I'll give you a choice. You can make an insight check for a general read on his demeanor, or you can make an Arcana check to see if you believe he's under some kind of magical influence.
Oh, they're almost as good as each other.
Which only matters if one of them's relevant.
I believe, Sam, that I have no rages left, according to
I
the character.
think that is probably right.
Probably just
I
as
did
well.
take a note of everything from last time.
No,
I believe you have one rage left.
oh well. In
Well,
that case,
poof.
I'd like to rage when you get a moment.
I'll give Z this choice. Yeah, you're making the Arcana.
I rolled Arcana. Yeah, rolled terribly.
You look.
Well.
You look at the eyes, trying to get a read. Does he look cognizant of his surroundings, like he's under control of himself? You sense no magic. Obviously, you're not going to detect magic, but you sense there's certainly no magic you can sense in the air. He looks conscious. His eyes move with his attention rather than there's no slowness to it. It looks like he's under his own control, as far as you can tell. Certainly doesn't seem to be any kind of magical effect that you can pick up on.
Hey, Carl, stop with the bullshit now. This is ridiculous. We've got to do. Snap out of it, man.
Rage.
Yeah. Carl, you rage. As you do, that will trigger your...
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Imagine wasting a rage to fight your own party.
Yeah, you guys see Carl, the anger overtake him. As he does so, the parts of the floor, like the flooring itself in the archive, just breaks and fractures a little, and this just growth of vines shoots up around him as he does, almost as if like nature itself grabs up towards Carl. Carl, you shake off those two guards that had you. What do you want to do, Carl?
Gonna head towards the door. If I can do that, going past Elwyn and attacking him on the way by, that would be great.
Okay. Well, here's something.
Otherwise, I will burst through the door.
Here's something I didn't think we'd be doing.
I blame Carl.
I'm going to get everyone to roll for initiative. Let's see how this plays out. No offense, Pepper.
Why they're pissing guards here? Because I clearly used some of my mind magic to stop him being mad, but not with guards.
I've just produced vines out of the ground. I think we're beyond that.
Yeah, but that's you. If you want to get
True.
decapitated,
You want to get your head cut off? That's fine,
that's
mate.
up to you. Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, don't worry about positioning on here. This is just literally says some tokens. Yeah, Elwyn, you see this happen. Carl, you see the anger overtake him. He shakes those two guards off. Like I say, the vines just break up through the ground temporarily. You immediately sense, you can just see it in like the motion of his body. Carl starts moving towards the door. You are top of initiative, Elwyn. What would you like to do?
That is the question. It would look like sorry, Carl looks like he's gonna punch me again, right?
If you're, he looks like he's heading towards the door, but if you're in any way in his eye line, he looks like he might punch you. He's definitely already had one go.
Yeah, I was only blocking you from hitting Z, so I'm just stood in front of Z or in that sort of range. Can I just take a dodge action?
Yeah,
Oh, is the dodge action available?
yeah, that's fine.
Cool. I'll just do that. So if he does like,
You're not
because
making,
I'm not too sure what's even going on with Carl at the moment.
you're not making a move on him, but you just ready yourself in case he does anything to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's absolutely fine. Eleanor, what would you like to do during your initiative?
I guess I'm just going to hold my cane sword as if it's not unsheathed, that sheathed, so it's ready to be used for bonking and not for stabbing. And I guess just try to get through to Carl. And I'll hold an action that if he or anybody else was to come into my zone in a threatening manner, I will bonk them.
Yeah, that's cool.
Someone
Warforged.
stand closer to me.
I'm just gonna kind of like. I'm gonna try and block the door.
You're gonna block the door. Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't want to get rammed.
How many hit points you got?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm just gonna shout like I'm just gonna shout to Carl like, just stop.
Surely you had a short rest by now.
No,
With all this standing around.
I've been up those
Yeah, when-
stairs twice.
I think walking counts as a short rest, surely.
No, you have to be resting, not walking.
I can tell Charlie's confused because he's confusing it with playing golf.
So what you doing, Warforged?
I don't know.
Playing golf, I think.
In my imagination, what Warforged did was start moving towards the door, and then looked over at Carl coming towards the door,
I thought better of it.
and then thought slightly better of it, and then decided to do whatever Warforged is about to announce.
Is there anyone? Is there still guards in the room?
Yeah, there's the one that Carl knocked down, and there's two others which are in the room still. Yeah.
Has everyone obviously been using magic just to make sure?
I have not on purpose.
Carl has just produced vines. So where Carl was standing, these vines and stuff erupted from the ground, pushing the two guards that were holding on him away.
Oh God, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Carl is the only one that's showed any magic since those guards showed
What
up.
about you though? Didn't you?
Yes, I
you
think
cast-
I agree.
I don't believe I've cast any spells in front of them. Correct me
Oh,
if I'm wrong. I don't
Warforged?
think I did.
I thought you cast thingy. Oh, okay. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I really want to do what?
Just while he's distracted, you could punch Elwyn.
What would you like to do, Mr. Warforged?
I just shout to Carl like, stop this now. You need to, because you're hurting everyone. So I don't know what else to do.
Okay. You're just gonna try and reason with him, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's loads of pacifists around, Carl. What
There
would
are,
you like to do?
I am going to move towards the door,
Mhm. It does mean moving past Elwyn.
Beautiful. In that case, I'm going to move. I'm going to move towards Elwyn,
Yeah.
and I am going to punch him. So I'm going to barrel towards Elwyn. In fact, I'm not going to. It's not like moving carefully.
You
I'm
have
charging.
You have
Charging towards
disadvantage
the
on
door.
that.
That's fine. Is that control?
Control.
Well, I guess there's one of those. Oh, apparently I can't press control while also clicking that button. So instead, I will roll a d20. Oh, that didn't happen either.
No.
Hey, that went well.
Yeah, Elwyn, you were prepped for this. You prepared a dodge to get out of the way. Carl, in his anger and his rage, storms past you, takes a swing, and doesn't even take much. You telegraphed it. If you saw it coming, you just dodge out of the way of it.
Cole will take his second swing just to.
Like I laughed at him when he missed.
Yeah, that feels about right. I might have to come back. Yeah. So yeah, kind of drunkenly. I guess this is the twice up the stairs. Died less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah.
All of that is just taking effect, and possibly this magic bullshit that appears when I rage is also taking its toll. But yeah, so he's going to stagger past you, and then I'm going to keep on moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I guess is an attack of opportunity.
If Elwyn wants it.
Owen just feels like Carl might just fall over on his own.
And I will get to the door and push my way through the door.
Yeah.
And move on into the street up to my 30 feet.
Yeah, you won't get that far, unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh, unless there's someone out there to punch. I forgot about that opportunity. Go on, put a load of school kids out there.
Yeah, you go up, you take two, I'm sorry to say it, Phil, but pathetic swings at Elwyn.
Yeah.
Doesn't take a lot to dodge out of the way of them. You're just overcome with a rage at this point. You reach the door. You sort of, overcome with emotion. You're not paying attention to the rest of the party. You reach that door, you head through it, and as you head through that door, so overcome with emotion that you are unaware of the guard on the other side of that door swings at you. Oh baby, look.
Straight into it.
Oh, don't kill Carl.
That's how you do
Don't
it.
kill Carl.
I'm okay.
No, he deserves it.
Him back.
I've got quite a lot of hit points.
He's raging.
Carl deserves it.
And I'm also raging.
The
Only
base.
I can't see the result because my screen's too small.
It was a 20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you just feel the base, the hilt of a longsword, bang, straight into your temple, Carl. It's enough to just doesn't knock you down. It knocks you down off your feet, just temporarily. You fall down, just in that doorway.
Yep.
As this happens, those other two guards dash over, bundle on top of you again. And it's at this point you get that voice just one more time, and it's the same voice. It's the same voice you recognised previously, Carl, but it's a little older now. This time, it's the sort of way you remember it. The last time you heard it, there's a little less respect in the voice. Maybe even a little bit of contempt. It just says, "You always were so pathetic."
Ow.
And as you hear that, you just see the hilt of the sword come down a second time. Bang! Between the eyes.
Yeah.
You go unconscious.
Just as well.
Well done, everybody, on not fighting, Carl.
You're all chicken.
I had a fun plan ready and everything.
Roll better initiative.
Yeah. Well, no, it kind of relied on me going after Carl. To be fair, he wasn't leaving this place.
The the rest of you see Carl drop down once, and then you see that this guard, just the hilt of that longsword smack down to the head. This is clearly a controlled blow of somebody that's trying to neutralise a situation. Does so, and as soon as he does, you see he drops the longsword and he puts a hand to the side of Carl's neck, clearly checking to see if he's okay. This isn't somebody looking to deal a killing blow. Then gets to his feet, to the two guards that have come over and sort of tackled at Carl. He says he stops them and asks them what the hell's happened. He was told to come over and provide medical attention. What's going on?
Well, you were supposed to give medical attention. I'll let someone else explain that, actually.
No, I think you
were
understand what's
explaining
going on, but
perfectly well. You got this.
you were the one up here when it happened, when you brought him up.
Well, we were bringing Murdery, who's a
I know
leader.
Murdery, yeah.
Yeah, we were bringing him up because we found him in this like weird brass-looking circle thing. I think that was and then we brung him up and then called like for help and stuff, and we went back down, like down to where we first found him with like some other guards, and then we came back up and he was gone. And then there was a guard who was supposed to be on guard, but then
And he sort of gestures down at Carl and he goes, and this one? Is he... I've heard what happened to the other guards. Is it too late for him?
No, I don't think so. I think he just got a bit angry.
He's just stupid, didn't he? Like, yeah, he got confused. It's fine. We'll sort him out.
Happens.
So what happened to Murdery? Someone must have seen him. What?
That's what we're hoping to find out. Because he's somewhere, and we don't know where.
Is there any chance whatever happened to the guards has happened to him?
Yeah.
That's what we think.
That's what we think's happened. We didn't know that at the time.
Down.
But we need to find him. More importantly, we need probably a decent number of guards to check the mayor to make sure nothing's happened there. Any other important person, okay? Because Murdery is high enough up in the circle, so to speak, that there's a potential for that there of trusting without checking, like we did, which is stupid.
Yeah,
I did check him. He only had a slight grace of shoulder. Last things that have been done by the Garbanoids have had their brains eaten.
Wow. That's the ones that they've killed, not the ones that have transformed. We didn't check for that.
Not, did we?
No, and
I
that's
thought they had their
my
brains
fault.
eaten,
I
but
didn't.
they changed.
No, I didn't think about it, and that's my bad. Right. Priority 1 is tracking down Murdery.
Can I go to one of the seats with Pepper and see if we've got any of his, like, in his seat or anything like that, so we can get, like, a scent?
Yeah.
You want to sniff his bum print?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, Pepper's gonna do it, not me.
Oh, well, that makes it so much better.
Pepper can do that with advantage.
Cool.
Because them's the rules.
She's a trained bum sniffer.
Indeed.
Oh, why's he done that?
I mean, who needs advantage, right?
I pressed the button for advantage. It might be even better, though.
It might.
True.
There's definitely like potential for things that aren't working properly with the update. Yeah.
I blame Phil.
No, 22's my high.
That seems unfair.
Really?
I
It
blame
seems
Carl now.
unfair at this point.
Carl punched it all.
Pepper has scent. Yeah.
Before we leave, was it the chair I sat down in, and is she currently sniffing me now?
No.
Good. Okay.
If you never said that, I'd been funny.
Plan is flawless.
Are you gonna put Carl in a cell to try and cool him off?
He'll be all right when he wakes up. He'll get over it.
Willie, are you? This guy looked ready for trouble.
Mad, deranged, insane.
Maybe treat him like
on
you're
a
a
good day.
drunkard.
How do you guys know this guy?
Carl, that's Carl fucking Garbin. Everyone knows him.
Oh, I know him.
What do you know about him, though?
He's a friend.
More of an acquaintance.
And he, as you say that, Eleanor, this guard nods at you and sort of almost like a sign of like agreement. Like this guy clearly has similar feelings towards Carl. More of an acquaintance. He turns to you guys and he sees Pepper sort of, pick up in this sentence, says, "You're gonna, you can track Murdery down? And are there any others out there we need to be concerned about?"
We cannot give you a definite yes or no.
If we don't know, how does this ever end?
Coming back to us in 6 months. If you're still alive, it's probably ended.
You guys are all about instilling confidence. I love it.
He'll be fine. We got this.
Okay. And as this guard begins, he sort of tells you that he's gonna go see that this is reported back immediately. He's gonna check in, see if anyone's seen Murdery, if there's been any reports of him being seen, any strange activity anywhere else in the city. He begins listing off all these actions, but quite quickly, instead of listening to him, you are instead overcome by a voice inside your minds, which takes your focus away as this guy's voice sort of fades into the background a little, and again you hear the voice of Murdery Tinkerark. The hunt, the animal will not be necessary. How about we agree to end this amicably at sunrise?
Some Wild West music starts playing.
When does the sun rise?
You've probably got 5 hours, maybe a little less, somewhere between 4 to 5 hours.
Fuck.
We don't know if we can trust Carl yet.
It's your choice. You can bring us the book. But of course that's only if you want this to end peacefully. We know where it is now.
That right? How'd you work that one out?
Delicious knowledge,
We never checked Carl.
memories.
I'm sure, but the issue is sometimes what people know isn't true.
the book. We will at the ring. Sunrise at the ring. Or by this time tomorrow, your whole city will be the Illithid.
How about midday? This works a lot better for me. We got stuff to do. Yeah, I got to go a bit out of my way to get the book for you. So
The jokes are over, extravagant one. And then you hear a scream, a piercing scream, come from out in the city streets. That is just the first of many which will fall tonight. And then you hear again a voice, and then the echoing, it begins to echo the sounds of screaming you can hear in the streets around the archives. You dash out into the street. The guards sort of dash out to see what's happening, and you can see you can see people come out of some of the surrounding buildings, and they're all dropping to their ground. Dropping to their knees, holding at their heads, just screaming out loud. And that's where we're in things.
yeah, quite right, Phil. Quite right.
Oh,
It'll be a
dear.
Garbanoid now.
Sam,
Yes.
you know how you said that you were prepared to run many campaigns in Thentos?
Yeah.
What happens if we accidentally destroy the world by being completely incapable of fighting off this invasion?
Maybe we'll know in 7 days' time.
We get to play an Illithid themed campaign. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a maybe
Take
about
that.
it. I think it's a we will find out in 7 days' time.
Forget the old Cobalt campaign. We'll play the all
Yeah.
Illithid
No.
campaign.
Just reflavor the kobolds as Illithids. It's fine.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, in about 6 months, it'll only be the kobolds that are left. For some reason, the Ithalids won't want them. So,
Something to do with lack of brain power.
yeah. Well, actually, it probably won't be 6 months. Yeah, it's about, I don't know, 300-400 years. And eventually we'll come along a beach round a corner and we'll see like the tower of the archive sticking out of the sand.
So, in the